us the strength to carry on. Ground below or skies above, I still don't know if I am right, but I know that for your love I'll go to world end tonight.
Good morning in this beautiful morning of May. Right.
Congratulations, Cats. You know which month it is.
My name is Katz, and this is Aegis, from Road Gaming, of course. And this is the MLG Game On presentation of the MLG Anaheim qualifiers for June 20 and on. So today's a pretty exciting day. We have a lot of good matches. It's the other half of the bracket where there's only one root player. So chances are root doesn't go 12-0 today.
That would suck.
Yeah. So I would say the matches are a little bit less predictable because there's no root players. So root can't go 12-0 today. Did I make that a point that we went 12-0?
We went 12-0 yesterday. We're very happy about it.
The first match is going to be ReGoR from the Seed Academy, that is Root's Academy, against Guitarcheese. So
From Solaris.
Yeah.
Solaris Gaming. They're pretty new, they are.
Yeah, they're pretty new. Yeah, Demos disbanded and they started Solaris Gaming pretty much.
Yeah.
Only got us to tell who started Solaris and if it'll be a thing, but it's
We'll see.
yeah. I was on a team called Soul in ReGoR, so without the G, same thing. It was an Italian team. It was very good.
What did the Soul stand for?
That is a good question. I was actually just trying to think of that. I don't know. They were Italian. Who understands Italian?
Anyway, we've gone into our first game here. Frost, ZVZ, Guitarcheese, bottom left. ReGoR at the bottom right.
That was the quickest intro I've ever heard.
Well, we'd like already sort
Look
of...
at that seed logo.
You
Who
already
made
sort of-
that? Who made that logo?
Some boasting twat. Look. You basically like introduced them. I was
You're
just
fired.
pointing out.
You're fired.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just pointing out where they spawned. You'd already introduced them, cats.
This is true. This is true. That is true. Why don't... Yeah.
Anyway, Guitarcheese, I believe, recently was in... he actually made it through the Challenger qualifiers. And he lost, I think, was it 3-2 to Sen? It was very close, that series.
Yeah.
He surprised him. Like, Guitarcheese is a very surprising player. As his name implies, he can be a bit cheesy sometimes.
Yeah.
But even, like, even despite the fact you're kind of expecting it, he usually hits you at some really, like, bizarre angle. That's just gonna kill you.
Yeah, definitely.
Very, very zany player. Spends a lot of time playing random, too, I believe.
Yeah,
So
and,
he's-
and that probably helps his understanding of the game quite a bit. And
Yeah, very
understand
versatile
those,
player.
Yeah, those weird timings. You know, it's like, oh, this is when it would bother me if people did something weird. So I'm gonna do that. Good way to go about that. ReGoR, on the other hand, is in the Seed Academy. He's a good kid.
That's all he gets. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He made it to seed through the qualifier tournament, I believe. So, you know, he had to beat a bunch of other people that wanted to be in the academy. He's actually half Russian or Russian. I think he is.
Does he have like a
is
thick
Russian
accent?
living. He has a pretty good accent.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Russian living in Alabama. That sounds dangerous to me. But
For the Russian or for the Alabamans?
oh, for me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Anyway, the map is Frost, obviously, and they haven't scouted each other because of that. So
Yeah, they didn't even see each other's Overlord.
yeah, that's cray. So neither player know where
But their
they
builds are
really.
like basically the same. Like,
Yeah.
there's almost no difference.
And I actually love what ReGoR did here. This is really smart. I don't send my Overlord at that angle ever, but I don't see why I shouldn't start. You know, it makes sense.
Explain
the
how.
second Overlord. Well, the first one goes up forward and into the natural. The second one is never really gonna be able to get into the main, regardless of what opener your opponent did, because you know it's not gonna be able to. So.
All right.
The second one, if it goes to the natural instead, then it gets there a little bit faster. It can spot stuff coming out of it a little bit faster. It can spot that your opponent is there a little bit faster, and it also gives you a small element of surprise if your opponent is or isn't there, because the Overlords do not scout each other. So where you know that there's a possibility that your opponent may not be there, your opponent may just assume that you're not where the Overlords missed each other.
All right.
I don't know, it seems pretty good.
Well, it also seems that he was confident
Uh-oh.
since his first Overlord.
Yeah.
If you send your first Overlord... actually, no, never mind.
Yeah,
I was
gotta
just
tell
wondering,
you,
is it
like,
more common to send your first Overlord horizontal or vertical?
Yeah, there's a mixed school of thought on that, bro.
All right.
Because you see, if they go pull first, your first Overlord could still die if you scout directly into the main. So a lot of people just prefer to send it counterclockwise on this map, because that's what would scout the natural first.
All right.
Am I correct? Counterclockwise.
Well, they both scattered. Yeah, they both sent it vertically upwards.
Oh yeah, vertically. Yeah, vertically is, yeah. So not counterclockwise, but vertically. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, Guitarcheese is getting his lair a good bit quicker, and ReGoR is just still droning. Still
Yeah.
no, like, this is the only real divergence from their builds, other than, like, I don't know, slightly later timings.
Yeah, well, ReGoR has made a few more lanes that he's basically wasted. Guitarcheese did make a spine though.
He's gotten a scout on his lair timing. Like, ReGoR is going for a quicker third.
Yeah, I don't think ReGoR has a spine either, so that's his one little advantage on that regard. With 2 banelings and 3 links, that was
A little
was
sloppy by
yeah.
Guitarcheese.
Sloppy by Guitarcheese for show. So yeah, and like you said, ReGoR knows what's up. Guitarcheese actually drops a roach horn. This has to be a little bit awkward for ReGoR. Oh, and there's the Spire. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was expecting a Spire.
Yeah,
I thought,
the roach
like,
horn's really strange here.
if you were going to drop the Roach Warren, you'd want to time it with Leia so you start speed immediately, right?
Yeah, so the roach horn is definitely pretty weird, and that's an excellent point. ReGoR with a nice banging hit there. And yeah, I mean, Guitarcheese is scouting around. I'm not sure whose position I like better here.
Well, Rigo's attacking with a bunch of banelings. Look, he has a bunch of lings all up in Guitarcheese's face. He's making 12 of them.
Yeah, there's 12 banelings in production right now.
Yeah, this almost looks like Targa Banes. That to hit that pre-Mutalisk timing with as many lings and Banes as
He does
he
have
can.
2 banes, so or 2 gases, so it is kind of like, yeah, Targa Banes, also known as the knee special these days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just renamed it. Anyway, we'll see if this ends up working. It's looking like the bane numbers are pulling down.
Yeah,
I don't
look,
think
they're all
Guitarcheese-
getting in the drone mine.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Guitarcheese with a non-existing splits.
Yeah, no reaction at all. He reckoned his drones would just tank banelings, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fine.
Yeah, that didn't happen that way. So ReGoR now taking the drone lead, which he didn't have before, by 4. So that was definitely good for him if he can defend the Muta. But he scouted the Roach Warren, which, you know, can't be. Oh, but he does identify that it has to be.
Yeah, he's
Muta.
got spores.
That's good. Good kid. Good smart. But yeah, because otherwise, if he scouts the Roach Warren and he just goes by what he sees instead of what he feels, because you can feel it.
Well, he was already expecting mutas from the really fast layer timing.
Yeah, exactly. So he could feel it. You could say. Or he was expecting it. Sure. Whatever you want, Ethan. But either way, he is gonna be prepared for Muta and take an economic lead. And he has started his own roaches. So
Well,
actually,
like,
there's
he
no
has a
economic
quicker third, but he hasn't really been droning very hard. Like, I don't know what he's been doing.
yeah, it
I expected him to be up a lot of drones.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, he was attacking. I thought he should be pretty up in drones. Maybe did he make too many spores? Let's check his main real quick. His bases. No, the other. Yeah, just one in the main and one natural.
And 2 in the
So,
third.
2 in the third. Yeah. So yeah, what's the issue, dear?
I don't know, maybe he just missed inject so he didn't have enough larvae to make a ton of drones.
Yeah, maybe that was it. So yeah, he's actually a few drones behind. He does have 5 roaches, but I don't know. This is looking good for Guitarcheese.
Yeah, even with a quicker third, like he wasn't able to drone it. He didn't really.
Now he droned up. So now he's pulling ahead. But Guitarcheese.
Well, it almost seemed like the third, like he made it just to show Guitarcheese, like, yeah, I'm making a third. I'm being all economic. Like, haha, 12 banelings.
Yeah, and these queens are not transfusing. Oh, there it is. And now running back to the spore, but is that going to be enough? I mean, there's 5 roaches somewhere, but Guitarcheese very smartly using the Muta to try to section them off. And I'm not sure. This is looking rough for ReGoR.
Well, he's chasing these roaches out. Oh, where are they going? Where are they going, man?
That was just a misclick. He clicked on the mini map.
Yeah.
ReGoR has to be careful not to chase. And now he knows that there
Guitarcheese is making a ton of roaches. He's gonna
Yeah,
hit this
that is
+1 timing. Whilst ReGoR is he's going pathogen glands to try and get some infestors out.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, he didn't lose any drones. I would hardly be droning right now.
Yeah, he even lost like a Mutalisk or 2 to Spore Fire when he was trying to pick away at the roaches. This is not bad defense by ReGoR, but he's gonna have to deal with this timing before he
this
can
timing's
start
big.
winning.
If he can hold this, I think he'll be ahead for sure. Because Guitarcheese hasn't droned up his third at
Yeah,
all.
he hasn't.
So ReGoR right now finds himself 13 drones ahead, but the roach difference is pretty big in itself. It's 9 roaches up for Guitarcheese, and they're all here. It's not like they're in production or on the way. ReGoR was also a supply block specialist to it. Now past 2 drones.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, no transfuses. Transfuses are so important in fights like this because they soak up so much more damage. It's like having an extra roach almost. So the earlier you get the transfuse, the more impact it will have on the fight.
I just thought it was something like Zerg players did because it's a thing you can do. It's not like you have to micro roaches that delicately. I didn't think it had that much of an impact.
Oh, it has a very big impact. If the fight is anywhat close, one transducer or two can completely turn it around.
Anyway, it appears that Guitarcheese's roach timings work pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But just to touch on that, because StarCraft 2 is such a game.
Such game.
No,
Very
but,
difficult.
Yeah, no, very difficult. But yeah, like it's like the details matter so much at a high level. So one extra unit in X units against like if we're fighting Muta against Muta, just to put it simple, because Muta Muta versus Muta was a thing for a long time. But if you're fighting Muta versus Muta, and one person has one extra Muta, and it's a large fight, it's 20-30 Muta, by the end of the fight you'll be surprised, like the person with the one extra Muta will have like 7-8 Mutas left.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's not like you just end with one Muta. You don't subtract.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that extra unit does its damage for the duration of the fight and tanks extra damage. So if the fight is going to be anywhat close, transfuses and stuff like that early on can make a gigantic difference. It's not even funny, especially because roaches are not always all of them attacking. They're not. So yeah, it's pretty huge. And also you have to take into account that when a roach dies, usually in big fights, the one behind it replaces it in the line. So that takes a little bit of time too, probably one extra shot.
Oh, yeah.
And if you transfuse it, you don't need to go through that until later.
Alright, so we're just getting the second
Yep.
game ready. What map is it?
We'll be back in after a quick break here.
Oh, okay. That's all.